Katrina really brought focus on that, and so that's been improved dramatically.
Absolutely. That and 9/11,
Yeah.
President Bush, and then after Katrina, Governor Barber, a coordinated effort across the country to try to improve our communication systems and the interoperability of those systems. And we've come a long ways since then with our Miss Win communication system that operates across the state and our communication devices. And it was absolutely crazy. I had gone to Hattiesburg, took my grandfather there, came back the next day. Couldn't get in touch with anybody in my family. My grandmother, we had left her at Gulfport Memorial Hospital. She had fractured her hip. We went to the hospital to try to get her out the next day, and they had no record of her being there because their computer systems were down.
Yeah.
And so, you really couldn't talk to anybody. I didn't talk to my mom and my stepdad for days. I had people searching for me, and I was searching for them, but you really didn't have any ways to communicate. So
Wow.
it was
Man, that's
quite a
nerve-wracking.
crazy time. It really
So,
was. It really was.
So are we more resilient now? Because I think about what you just described. That man, it's the law enforcement officer. So I will just disclose this: the city of Biloxi and the city of Biloxi Police Department were customers of mine back in those days in the IT world, and I remember that happening. Of course, we were able to fortunately get resources and gear and some assistance to them to try to restore just a minimum level of operations. But it affects them so that those organizations struggle to operate in those scenarios.
That's right. And I don't think anybody expected quite the damage we saw. I mean, it looked like a bomb went off south of the railroad tracks down here. And for those that don't live down here, the railroad tracks run about a half a mile north of the Gulf of Mexico. And so everything south of those railroad tracks from Jackson County to Hancock County, and even in Hancock County north of the railroad tracks, was destroyed. I mean, it looked like a bomb went off. And so when the first responders couldn't communicate, all we knew to do was try to put resources and people out there to protect homes. And I've still got a picture of my house that it's got spray painted on there. If you loot, we'll shoot. I mean, and so people started taking matters into their own hands immediately after
Yeah.
the storm, and it was a moment of resilience. I mean, I was proud in the years that followed the resiliency of Mississippi, the way we came together. I heard Governor Barber and Governor Reeves speak earlier today about those efforts and the leadership that they presented and how we built back. And in Governor Barber's words, if we built back to what we were, we weren't successful. We needed to be bigger and better. And we have been. I think over the last 20 years, the coast has been resilient. The state has been resilient. And if you think about it, what followed Katrina, a couple of years later, we had the Great Recession. A couple of years after
Yeah.
that, we had the BP oil spill. And in a matter of about 5 years, you really had a triple whammy down here that has still left a lasting impact. But the people, one foot in front of the other, kept moving forward. And I'm proud to be from the coast, and I'm proud to be a Mississippian, and I'm proud of the way we've recovered after the storm.